If you think about a data room, right, it's really facilitating a transaction. By that point, you're in execution mode. And when you're in execution mode, you almost don't want to think and overthink, right? Because you're at that point, you're looking at the analytics, you're looking at legal docs, you're talking to clients, and there's deal dynamics going on in terms of negotiations. So it's almost as if you're on a football field. You want every single thing to be perfect. And when you deal with a data room, you want to ensure that you're getting a seamless transaction, a seamless process, whether it's the delivery to docs, whether it's the interface, and be able to manage things on a timely basis. For someone to have to spend resources and expend time and energy, that's the worst thing possible, right? And this is where Ansarada has been great. Every single experience we had, we never had an issue. We had peace of mind. It's something that we never even had to think about.
You use data rooms like Ansarada, which make your life a hell of a lot easier than using a whole bunch of lawyers and papers in a room. The platform itself was very user-friendly. It's very simple. You've got 3 tabs on the left-hand side. It's very intuitive. And because the issue we have with data rooms is that it's complicated to a non-financial user. So if you try to tell a client and try to explain to them how to use a data room, they get very confused quite quickly. So you have a very simple interface, simple way of doing things. You can't really make a mistake because the cost of making a mistake in a data room is extremely high. It can cost you the entire deal, it can get you fired from a deal.
What I like most about Ansarada is the easiness of the solution. This is also the success of iPhones. It's a complicated tool, but it's easy to use. Even my kids can do that. What is even more important for me is that it's not only a benefit for myself that I can use it in an easy way, but it's also for my whole team. I do not have any time with customer support, with questions, with technical problems, but all of them can use it in a very easy manner. And even my clients, which are completely uneducated about data rooms, because it's normally their first time that they're using that, even for them the access is very easy.
Great things about the Ansarada support service is one, that they're always very friendly, which isn't necessarily the case that I can speak for myself of at 4 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday trying to get a deal closed. But the sort of follow the sun model that Ansarada has implemented, whereby if you phone at 5 o'clock, you'll get someone in London, phone after 7 o'clock, you'll be speaking to someone in New York, and then the early hours in the morning in London, someone in Melbourne or Sydney. It's been absolutely fantastic, and it's always good to be able to speak to good, conscientious people that want to help at the end of the phone line, especially when the person phoning them at 4 o'clock in the morning isn't normally at their most proactive, shall we say.
When you get to the end of the process and you have to attach a list of all the documents that were provided during due diligence as part of a sale and purchase agreement, or you need to go back through and you need to be able to show what was provided and what materials were made available and were viewed and so on, having that all in one place and readily accessible and able to be archived and drawn upon if needed down the track. I think people try sometimes to take shortcuts on data rooms, and I've just seen time and time again that just get people into trouble when it gets to the pointy end. Through Ansarada you can switch off their access and get rid of the information that they've downloaded.
So over the past 18 months we ran around 60 transactions on the Ansarada platform with some great successes out there. We see more and more transactions here at Oaklands in the upper side, at the upper end of the mid-market. If you see what nowadays is possible, for example in virtual data environments, in the past it used to be was only used when the deal was actually live into the market. Now the whole system can accommodate in the whole preparation phase and getting all your information aligned way before you start. This is actually quite an important tool because it helps you to collect the right information in the right level, and also that helps again to mitigate risk out of a deal. It really helps to get the deal that you want at the end of the day, but also the outcome that you want.
We found it actually shortened our DD time quite considerably, which for me was a huge plus because the DDs that I've been involved with previously, you almost always run over time because you're all over the show, you're knee-deep in paper or other kinds of folders, and everything just feels a little bit more stressful than what it needs to. So from that perspective, it really did support us during our M&A process. And I also have the reassurance that should we ever go into a different process, either a funding round or another M&A transaction, we have that ability to once again simply just revert back and change the data room into something else. So never before have I come across a tool that's sort of so versatile and can be used by myself on a daily basis. It's become part of my life.